Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of our Town Hall series sponsored by Certified PA Consulting. How are you? I am Kasey D'Amato, President of Certified PA Consulting. We've been a consulting agency since 2009. We help PAs navigate the world of salary negotiations, business, starting a business or understanding business, making career changes. We're certified life coaches, and we've also been managers of multi-million-dollar medical practices. And we also own our own businesses. So we have a vast amount of experience when it comes to salary negotiations, business, as well as making career changes. We are the only PA consulting firm that have certified life coaches as well as PAs with business experience. And we put a video out every single week to help you along your journey. I hope you find them helpful. So again, I'm Kasey D'Amato. You can follow me on Instagram or on Facebook and connect with me that way as well. Today we're talking about what happens if your annual review and negotiations didn't go as planned. What should you do next? How do you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and what should you do? How should you handle that? So I'm going to talk through some bullet points here pretty quickly, and hopefully it will help you if this happens to you this year or if it's happened to you in the past. So the first question is to think about why. Why did things not go as planned? And are you asking for things that really truly are in line with your long-term goals? And when I say that, I mean not just salary requests and increase for raises, but are you asking to do other types of procedures or to change your schedule or other things unrelated to money? So the first thing, if your negotiations didn't go as planned, the first thing to think about is why. Is it money? Is it that the practice really can't afford to pay anymore? Is it that your cost to practice ratio is too high? In which case it might just be a business thing. It's not personal. Reason why your negotiations didn't go as you had hoped. Or if it's related to procedures and things like that you want to take on, new things, that is something to really think about, because the practice and the facility, it's really their discretion to have different providers do different procedures, and they're not obligated to allow PAs to expand their services, if you will. So if this is something that's really important to you, it's important to recognize that sometimes you might not be in the right fit for you, because there's lots of other facilities that encourage PAs to take on more and would love it if PAs expand their services. So it's important to recognize, number one, your goals. What are you asking for, and why are you asking for them? Is it more money, or is it like more procedures or change in schedule, those kind of things? Why do you want to do those things? Is it because you feel like you're paid on productivity and you'll make more money? Do you feel like you're being held back in a certain way from making progress with your profession? What are you asking for and why? And then think about truly, why do you think that they said no? Really truly understand, why did they say no? Is it that your cost of practice is too high and they can't afford more money? Or is it that it's just their business model, that the PAs do certain types of procedures and the physicians do other types of procedures and things like that? The other thing to think about is, did you really present a win-win solution, or did you ask for more money, which a lot of people do? And that can work out okay sometimes, but the most beneficial way to negotiate is if you present something that's going to benefit them as well as benefiting you. So did you really truly present a win-win with something that you're asking for you that also benefits them? And if you did, fantastic. And then it's even more peculiar that they said no. And if they did, one thing to think about is what you presented that would help them. Is it something that you think would help them, but they don't? For example, let's say social media marketing. Maybe you are asking for an increase in salary and bonus because you're spending a lot of time on social media marketing the practice, and they don't see value in that. Maybe, I don't know. So you feel like you're putting a lot of time and energy in marketing for them, but they feel like they could get the business anyways and it's not important. That's just one potential example. There's lots of businesses that value social media marketing. So that could go either way. We have a whole nother video on social media friend or foe. So check that out if you're in a situation questioning whether social media is worth your time and efforts. So one thing to think about is, did you present a win-win? And if they said no, is the win for them something that they perceive as valuable, or you perceive it as valuable and maybe they don't? And that's something that commonly happens. The third thing to think about is your request realistic from a business perspective? And this is what I was talking about in that first bullet point. If you're asking for more money or more benefits, can they afford it? Do you know your cost to practice ratio, and are they able to afford to pay you more? And if not, can you help increase revenue in any way? So that's another one to think about. And if you really hit a roadblock for whatever reason, and maybe it's something outside of anything related to you, maybe they're expanding, maybe another provider left, so they are really cash strapped right now. They haven't replaced that provider yet. So maybe it's not even related to you. They just can't negotiate right now. Then think about, can you revisit this in the next 6 months? And how can you bring more value? How can you show them that you are really more valuable than another employee? And that doesn't necessarily have to be money related or productivity related. It could be anything else. It could be management related. It could be taking on a new task that they don't like doing in management, or it could be staff oversight, or it could be bringing something fresh to the table like research, or so many different things that it could be. So, or making templates in the EMR, like a million different things. So look at what they're complaining about. What do they not like doing? And see if you can help take on some of that and bring more value and show them that you are more valuable than other PAs, and try to renegotiate in 6 months. And lastly, really think about if your goals are aligned. So if you hit a roadblock with your negotiations and you're really not sure why, you've ran your cost of practice, they should be able to afford it, you're bringing a lot of value of things that you know that they value, you definitely presented a win-win, something that will help them. They're not in a financially strapped position right now, and you're really thinking about, why did this not go well? Think about, are your goals and their goals aligned? Are you a revenue focused PA where you like high productivity and they value that? Or is there a disconnect there? They want more productivity and you're not comfortable with that, or vice versa. You like being busier and they're kind of holding you back. So think about if your goals are aligned, if maybe you want to go part-time and that's not something that would be amenable to them, that they're very rigid with the schedule and it's not negotiable, things like that, and you're really feeling like you need more work-life balance, then really think about, is this the right practice or facility for you? Because we work with hundreds, arguably thousands of clients at this point, and there's something for everybody out there. There are practices that welcome part-time, and there are practices that have high productivity and low productivity. So there's something for everybody. So at a certain point of time, if you're really hitting a roadblock with your negotiations, really think about, are your goals aligned? If you're not sure how to navigate all of this, you may want to take advantage of our Master the Boss Mindset Masterclass course. It's on demand. We only offer it a couple times a year because it's a lot of work behind the scenes for my team. But we teach you how to calculate your cost to practice. We teach you how to identify how to bring value. If you're not sure, like you thought you were presenting something valuable, but maybe they didn't perceive it as valuable. We teach you how to learn what is valuable to your employer. We teach you how to present win-win. We also teach you how to recognize when it's time to make an exit. So if this sounds like you, check out the information about Master the Boss Mindset Masterclass. It's 6 hours and it qualifies for Category 2 CME also. So if you're uncomfortable negotiating, you may want to sign up for that. You can take the course alone. It comes with a workbook. So at the end, you'll have your strategy all written out, your negotiation strategy, and you can bundle it with private coaching sessions with myself or our team as well at a discount. So we only offer it a couple times a year. Check it out. Take advantage of it. CertifiedPAConsulting.com. Master the Boss Mindset Masterclass course is what you may want to be checking out. It's available now. And again, only a couple times a year. So go check that out. And if you're uncomfortable negotiating, it will make you an expert negotiator in that course, in that 6 hours. And they're broken into 4 modules, just an hour to an hour and 20 minutes each module. So take advantage, and it qualifies for Category 2 CME. So hopefully this video was helpful for you. If you're someone who just had a negotiation and you hit a roadblock, it didn't go the way that you wanted, I hope these few tips helped you. I hope to see you in the next Master the Boss Mindset so you can become an expert negotiator and nail your next negotiations. Kasey D'Amato, and I will see you next week.